Have you heard of one of the greatest traders of all time who made over $100 million shorting the stock market during the crash of 1929? And are you familiar with what happened to that $100 million? In this video, stick with me because I'd like to tell you a story that I believe will be pivotal in changing your trading career forever. Who is Jesse Livermore? A day trader, of course, and what is day trading? It's shown as this fast-paced world where money can be made and lost in minutes, but in reality, it's a lot more difficult than that. What is the truth behind some of these crazy success stories you hear, these glamorous profit posts that you see online? In this video, I'd like to break down 3 harsh realities about day trading that most traders out there won't tell you. Now, before we dive more into Jesse Livermore, I'd like to talk about one of my least favorite parts of the trading community, which is the social media facade. In the age of social media, image and perception are everything on how a certain business or profession operates. And while day trading used to be seen as this numbers-oriented, high-risk thing that nerds would do, now, all of a sudden, due to social media, it has been transformed into this glamorous lifestyle filled with nice cars, expensive watches, and the premise that you can work from anywhere in the world. Now, it's not as bad as it used to be on social media. However, no matter where you go, it seems hard to escape the various marketing tactics that gurus are using in order to draw people to day trading as a whole. Hell, I'll be the first to admit that I am guilty of some of these myself. I'm sure there's been a video where you've seen me wearing a nicer shirt, or I've been posting on my Instagram stories about a night out, sharing how much fun I've had, where it can be construed as flexing and sort of shoving this lifestyle in your face. However, there are key differences between someone who is an educator and, in my opinion, who would be a guru, and that is if they actually share the truth about how difficult trading is. If they aren't willing to share the truth with you about how hard day trading is, in my opinion, they are more likely fueling the agenda of that facade than they are aiming to actually help you improve as a trader. So as someone who aims to provide strictly real educational information and be extremely transparent with you all, I would like to break you down my 3 harshest realities that you have to become used to if you would like to achieve success as a full-time day trader. Truth number 1, there is no silver bullet. No YouTube video, no course, no signal, no mentorship, no mastermind, no program, no matter what it is, no one individual thing will allow you to become consistently profitable and successful as a day trader. I don't care how good the strategy is. I don't care how good the win rate is. I don't care how much you feel you have an understanding of the technical side of the market. The only way to truly master the market is to master yourself. While an educator can provide you with a great understanding of how markets move, how trading psychology works, you can read a million Mark Douglas books out there, but if you cannot commit to truly understanding yourself and your own psychology, then no trading course or no psychology book out there will put you in a position to succeed. That is a change that only you can make by truly understanding who you are and how your emotions operate. The reality at the end of the day is that the silver bullet to trading is self-mastery and understanding your emotions, and most human beings cannot do that. Truth number 2, and this one will hit home with many of you who have been trading for multiple years, but the reality is that once you break through as a trader, you're still going to have significant emotional lows. Trading is a game where you have a ton of peaks. You are going to have some insane emotional highs, feeling as crazy and as happy as you have never ever felt in your entire life before. However, on the flip side of that, each and every year, you are going to go through a significantly lower emotional low. At least for me personally, as I've scaled my trading and as I continue to increase my position sizes, continue to take on more risk, continue to try and aim higher and improve as a trader, what that comes with is larger drawdown. One of the phrases that always sticks with me is that whatever number you are trying to make in the market, whether it be $500, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, it does not matter. If you are aiming to make a certain amount in the market, you have to be comfortable losing that same amount. And most traders think that once you break through and you're consistently profitable, you're never going to go through the hardships again. The reality is that every single year you are going to go through deeper pullbacks in your own emotional state and have to fight off these demons. The problems that haunted you in years 1 and 2 will still haunt you in years 4, 5, and 6. They are sitting there waiting for you to make one mistake so that they can blow your account. And you have to Learn to manage these emotional swings if you hope to succeed at this as a long-term trader. This leads us directly into truth number 3, which is my favorite of these 3, which is the reality that trading cannot be the end game. Look, I'll be the first one to tell you, I love trading more than anything in the world. There is no other job that I would rather wake up for every single day and work my booty off to try and be the best in the world at this other than trading. There's just not something that I have found in my life that provides me with that kind of passion, right? With that being said, I also hate trading with a passion. The amount of times that I have had a crazy, unnecessarily stressful day, the amount of times it has carried into my personal life and caused me to have a frustrated day, at some point in time, there is a limit to what your brain can handle as a trader, right? Our human brains are not designed for this. We were not designed to be putting money at risk every single day. We were not designed to be acceptive of all of the losses that we take and actually handle them the right way. So the reality is that trading should not be your end game. You should have an exit plan. You should have an exit path. Whatever that number might be to you, whatever you hope to achieve, it will vary depending on your lifestyle, your spending habits. The number itself doesn't really matter. The important thing is having a plan in place so that once you reach your aforementioned goal, you don't end up trading and pressing buttons for the rest of your life. Trust me, I literally love trading more than anything. I would love to trade every day for the rest of my life, but it is not healthy. And that brings us very nicely into one of the greatest traders of all time, Jesse Livermore. Jesse Livermore is like the OG of OG when it comes to trading, and particularly when it comes to shorting the market. In both 1907 and 1929, Jesse Livermore made a fortune shorting the market, numbers that were not even comprehensible at that time. For reference, he made over $100 million shorting the market in 1929. However, if you were to actually compare that $100 million and adjust for inflation, nowadays that would be well over a $1 billion trade. Think about that. Think about making $1 billion in a single trade. I personally can't even fathom it. I honestly can't even think about what it would be like to be trading on that large of a scale. But in one individual move, he was able to capture a return of $1 billion. Now, at the time, of course, it was 100 million, so not that full, 11 figures? But that being said, a crazy move. Now, I asked early on in this video, what happened to that $100 million? Have you heard about where it is now? Did it set the Livermore family up for life? Where is the Livermore family now? And the reality is that Jesse Livermore ended up losing the vast majority of that $100 million. Despite having massive wins in his life and being renowned as one of the greatest stock traders of all time, the thing that he ultimately could not end up fighting, the demon that continued to hold him back, was greed. There was never a number for Jesse Livermore that he was hoping that would be stopping point at. There was always another trade. There was always more that kept bringing him back to the markets. What this led him to was also a personally volatile emotional life, right? When your life mirrors the stock market in terms of volatility, generally speaking, it's not good for your well-being. So while Jesse Livermore was one of the greatest traders of all time, one of the things that he struggled with was detaching and actually having an exit. So one of the questions that I always like to think about is that if you believe that one of the greatest traders of all time, Jesse Livermore, was not able to mentally handle trading the long term for the duration of his life, what makes you think that you are going to be able to handle the emotions that come along with day trading and the up and down profit swings that come at seemingly random times? Jesse Livermore should be used as an example and a representation that trading is a means to an end, but not the end game. If you do not have an exit plan in place, you may be setting yourself up for a lifetime full of emotional volatility that mirrors the volatility of the stock market.